Now, Mr. Rose, as he starts to walk towards the lectern, this young fellow is a new find. This is a treat. Michael Rose.
Thank you. This is called Souls. I am that I am. I billow in the alleyway. I am old. And this is called Ad Infinitum. Beneath my orange sheets, a flea dives deep and snuggles up against one of the million foam mattresses, which altogether make my own body float above the floorboards and participate in heaven's unlit breaths. Hello, small flea. Here, I contemplate infinity, and I imagine your flea life, and I grant it a greatness that I cannot fathom. With Whitman, I grant you grandness. Here, we participate in infinity, you and I. Don't we? Why not? Let us be logical for a moment, and let us let a question be already its own answer. Let us let a ship out at sea beneath the world be already out at sea beneath the stars and upon the earth. At last, we shall agree. This is the world. And now, my dear friend, my hairy comrade, who brought the fleas to this piece of poetry, he sleeps happily but uncomfortably in the corner, beside at least 100 minds bound between paper covers and black laminate shelves of wood. Can fleas make homes in paper? I hope not. What a spirit my friend has. Even when covered in the wiggly dots, he takes it well and waits for the morning walk. I hope tonight that he dreams of his godliness and awakes in the morning beside the light and in the light and with the light. And I mean that I hope he wakes in that thinking which floats in the beautiful lost boats of eternity. I hope he meets me with a godly eye and we finally see one another in the morning, bathed, unfettered, naked. That would be a beautiful thing. Perhaps the fleas too would come to dine in such light, and we could sing in a morning choir of the Tao and the truth and the light, and eat Cocoa Puffs too, with naive and childlike smiles which care little for the dependence of things and only for the thinking of the continuing holiness of things, all things, more things, and so on and on. And let us add that to infinitum, and be all done with this poem of good things and echoes, and all good things echoing in their ways divinely. Let me see. Okay. I've read this once before at the Carpelis. It's nice and rhythmic, so I'll read it again because I have limited material. All right. It's called I Moved to the Moon Song's Swing Song. I move to the moon song's swing song. I ask solely that we hear one another, stand untethered, be unfeathered, move without moonlight's bites nipping with all the nocturnal gnats at our backs. When did the goddess's fingers become a freight 1,000,000 miles long? Where have we gotten our ancient bones thrown? Rivers, tides, oceans, and wines, where now do we go? Against the son of the sun's son? If so, where is the mythic mountain we wish to climb up without our mental gravitational hole complaining it is unwhole? Where is our silly non-compass compassing us now? Here into a silkless, non-thought web thought we are undone. We topple down now like blocks of clocks of birds reaching for the sun, but lost here without visions, here without eternity. I have heard it said, the pipers are piping it, the hooters hooting it, the rumors rumoring, the word rewording it. Christian angels laugh and are laughing it. We are kings, each of us. But somehow we believe we are beggars on the streets, says Osho. What have we forgotten? What fossilized magic has archaeology not found in its fantastic search through the mists of Africa? What soil has not been raked? We are kings. How do we even begin to remember our noble root? How do we search for what we do not know, Rabbi Socrates? How do we again begin to start to think? And what lithic thing might we find once we do? Did the iambic drummers beat the beatings of ancient wings on leather-bound book backs? They beat pens on parchment and heads on old enlightenment. They tell us we are there, nipping at its heels, and that we are again coming to remember what is at me once again. Each time it rains, our souls are feeling once again the stars breathing once again, once again, once again. This is at me. The Aegean tides feel us once again, returning to our center in the clouds on the fin of the eternal eastern wind. Socrates hears the wind drift in and writes a poem. Breeze, she returns from the southern darkness after many thousand li and dips her wings into the topmost layer of the sea. Boundless are we. No, boundless we are we. I read a few short poems. All right. This is called Enlightenment. I am traveling 1,000 miles into the dreams of 1,000 men I have never known. I am given truths and alms and hatred, and I take them into my palms as though they were droplets of water that might save the world. And I realize that they have done so an infinity of times in the past. But here, on this path of infinity, they do not. So I take them and, turning my frail hands over, widening my fingers, continents wide, broken, allow them to fall into a bucket and be saved by some ocean world where all hearts are free, all spirits saved, and all and every bit of salt that churns within this black spiral swirl spirals outward to a world of infinite dreams that linger on my love. And I tell the world it is one. And I tell to myself I am whole. And I tell to the hurt and the half and the spiraling infinite that feels dark as the abysmal sea that they are whole to, and that together we are one. It was long and I wasn't sure at all. How much more time should I stop now?
Yeah.
Yeah.